Hello everyone, this is Alex from Swoosh English. So I've got a video today all about OET writing, and a common question that we get is in the OET writing task, should I use long medical terminology or should I use layman's terms? So when we talk about layman's terms, we're talking about common language that every person in the street would understand, from perhaps children to adults, whoever that might be. And the answer to the question is, it depends on who you are, who you need to write to. So when you look at the task that you're provided, so you're given the task and you're given the case notes in the OET writing examination paper, you need to see who are you writing to. If you're writing to perhaps a specialist, then yes, of course, you could use that medical terminology. So I could use the example of dyspnea and shortness of breath. So they mean the same thing. But if you're writing to a specialist, then yes, you could use that word dyspnea. But if, for example, you're perhaps writing to, I don't know, the family of a patient, perhaps you're referring to a child and you're writing letters to the parents, then they wouldn't be familiar with that word dyspnea. So in order to make sure that they fully understand everything that you're saying, then you're better off writing shortness of breath, because you don't want to alienate your audience. They need to know what these terms, what you're trying to say. They don't need to go on Google to check out what does the word dyspnea mean. Okay, it means shortness of breath. So really think about it. It's a lot of common sense as well, but definitely look at what the task is, who are you writing to. So who are you writing to and what's the purpose of the task? These are the two big things that I always recommend to students. And then how to approach it when you write your letter. And in a lot of cases, and this goes for things like abbreviations as well, a lot of students ask about abbreviations, is really, once you find out who you need to be writing to, look at the information in the task and copy that information. So, for example, if it uses, if it talks about shortness of breath in the case notes and you need to write to the family of the patient, then you can feel free to copy those same kind of words and phrases. You want to vary your language a little bit, so that you're not just using shortness of breath, shortness of breath, shortness of breath. You could say, for example, the patient has difficulty breathing, or something similar. So you could vary that language. But yes, if you see that information in the case notes, then you could definitely copy that when it comes to writing your letter. So hopefully this video is helpful to you today. We do get a lot of questions about that, so I wanted to create a video so that I can point those people to that information, to this video afterwards, so they can have a look at this. But a lot of it is common sense and using your experience as a medical professional to give the examiner what they're looking for. So I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and also tomorrow we have got our free Facebook live session all about OET 2.0. So if you're watching this video today, which is Tuesday, July, I can't remember the actual date, but if you're watching this, then we've got a Facebook Live tomorrow. Make sure you go to facebook.com/swoosh English. If you want more free OET materials, make sure you go to swooshenglish.com.